Okay, she's has ideas for books.
Hello, everybody. This is Kurt Roskoff. We're here with the World of Ability podcast, and we are going to bring you a power hour of great content. We have a couple people here who are going to be helping me out. We have our um, creative director, Mariana Waikiki, is with us today, and we have a guest friend of hers and friend of the network then coming from Canada, apparently. So we've got some treats for you today. So again, World of Ability was started back in 2020, and it was launched at the 30th anniversary of the American Disabilities Act. And so we're here all about inclusion, accessibility, accommodation, helping people have a sense of belonging, being hospitable, and creating gatherings where every single person knows that if they would like, they have a place at the table, on the dance floor, whatever it may be. Everything is for everybody here at the World of Ability podcast. So we're going to get started here with Marianne. Marianne, are you going to introduce our friend from Canada? Apparently, you guys have a little shtick ready to go, so let's do it. It's the World of Ability
happy
podcast.
World Water Day, Kurt. Happy World Water Day. And we are celebrating the Acts of Kindness series because we have a free download of my fourth book, ebook, donated and dedicated to Leah McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation out of Seattle, Washington. Was bringing worldwide water units to schools, hospitals, especially the Navajo Hopi Reservation in Arizona with hundreds of water units. And I'm excited to share that last July, I received the award from Awesome Foundation Grant, Oahu chapter, Honolulu, Hawaii, of $1,000. And in October, I was not where I should be sometimes, but I was up in Canada and I was being interviewed by Jay Stoyan from the Disability Channel out of Toronto. So we used part of that grant to hire him, who hires persons with disabilities. And he interviewed me for several months with other guests, and especially you, Kurt Roskoff, on your birthday. And also we've dedicated books for a free download on Veterans Day and Zach Clayton's Military Christmas. So today, again, is World Water Day. So we'll have a free download on Kindle. Again, it's dedicated to Leah McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation. Our new character is Water Flow the Whale for the love of water. And we have a couple little videos on the back there. So when Leon joins us, we can show you the characters. And I'm just really excited because we completed the project. Not only that, Kurt, I found out we won the second award from Awesome Foundation in St. Paul, Minnesota for the School for the Deaf for Santa Papa John Lives. And so we have some work to do while we're not in the Christmas season, Kurt. And so we got exciting things that are happening with events, and we'll get the books out. So anybody can contact us at www.actsofkindnessseries.com. That's actsofkindnessseries.com. And all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of our books from donorschoose.org. That's donorschoose.org. So visit the website, check out the books. We got coloring books, we have puppets, finger puppets, and we have app games. So we're getting it out to the world, and so go out and play is our tagline. So I'm going to take it away and shift it over here to my new Canadian friend who I met playing cards down the road. And my Canadian friends actually flew me up to Vancouver last year, and I got to be up there and see the playground where the Hibiscus games were, where Jay Stoyan was with Prince Harry and supporting the veterans, the heroes, with their games. So it was such an honor to do this travel and get to be part of it as well. And so my new friend Trina, Trina, she has a tree on her phone. So we're all about trees. We have another friend that does Let's Be Trees that joins us sometime too. But she has a beautiful background of being a foster parent to several kids. And when I was a sign language interpreter in Hawaii, my deaf friend Scott lost his hearing at age 7. He was in foster care, and a beautiful woman adopted him and helped him out with major speech therapy. So we appreciate these parents that have the heart and a lot of patience, a lot of kindness to bring these children in and get them the special education, the additional education, the speech therapy, and all those kinds of things. And she's a world traveler now here and maybe doing some more educational work with the Navarrete Bilingual School, where we got to visit and present our books too. So take it away. Un momento.
Hi, thank you. Nice to see you, Kurt. This is my first podcast of my life, so bear with me. I'm Trina. I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada. I have an early childhood education diploma, a level 3, it's known as in Canada. I don't know what you guys or anywhere else calls it, but that allows me to be on the floor with children and a director of a daycare, basically. And I've been an EA in schools. I have been a foster parent, like Marianne said. And yeah, I've been a lot of things, but I just decided in this time of my life, I wanted to venture out. So I bought a motorhome, picked it up in April of 2024, and headed out from Saskatchewan to Mazatlan, stopped in San Carlos for one night, and ended up never leaving. And the other day, I guess it was Wednesday, I met Marianne for the first time at a card game. Here I am.
Here you are. Boy, what
And
a
here I
treat.
am.
We get to be the first ever podcast ears. We may be getting something started here. Maybe this will be the first of 1,000 podcasts waiting for you in your future. What do you think about that?
Excellent, excellent. I've been a diabetic since I was diagnosed at 4 years old. And so I had been saying to Marianne, because I'm so impressed with her, she's fantastic, such a big heart. And so her coloring books were intriguing to me for children. Of course, that's my jam, children, right? But being a diabetic as well, I was thinking, well, she's a great example for me because I would like to write a book about diabetes for children, right? Like when I got it in the 70s, it was a lot different than it is nowadays. And I think times have changed so much that any way to get it out to kids that it's not something it's so terrible to have diabetes. And with technology nowadays, it's easy.
Yeah. Yeah, what a topic. Yeah, my grandfather had type 2 diabetes, late onset diabetes, and my father had type 2 onset diabetes. So now I've got to live my life to break the trend.
Well, yeah, good luck. Good luck. Have fun with it.
Thank you. Thank you. So, so tell me more about this zeal for children and everything. Tell us more of the story about what you're all looking forward to do and how can we help you do what your passion is on the children's side of child
I've
life.
always had a soft spot for children of all kinds, all abilities. All abilities. That's kind of how I look at it, right? So I yeah. And I've been in EA in schools for people who require extra needs. And so I'm always willing and happy to do anything for any kind of children. And an opportunity that came up with Marianne was this opportunity to teach at the bilingual Navarrete school in Guaymas, Sonora, Mexico. Just looking forward to getting into there and checking it out and seeing if I might be able to get a job there and stay in Mexico all year round.
There we go. Yeah, I have fond memories of Mexico. I went to Mexico in the 80s. So
Oh,
at the end of the 80s there, yeah, my sister was going to Northwestern, my brother was going to UW-Madison. I was still in high school and so we were running a golf course business, but we fashioned a getaway before the golf season took off to Mexico and was able to climb a pyramid and go through Mexico City and go on a bus tour and going out to some sacred lands and all sorts of stuff we did down there in Mexico. And and on the return trip, wow, we really experienced that warning we had. They warned us about Montezuma's revenge. Well, Montezuma had his revenge on this family. We tried our best, but at least we made it back before it set in. So yeah, Mexico is a warm place, and then in Mexico City, I remember this young lad came up to me, and I had my white shoes on. They weren't anything real fantastic, but they were in decent shape. But this boy comes up to me with his white polish, and before I even knew what he was trying to do, that boy was slapping paint, just white paint on my shoes, and then putting his hand out like, "Hey, happy to paint your shoes, senor." And they're like, I didn't want that. Like you ruined my shoes. I'm like, I'm putting my hand out. Pay me for a new pair of shoes. You just ruined them. So yeah, it's different. What they got to do to fight to survive, and be able to pinch some pesos together and such like that. So
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Much like you, I fell in love with Mexico coming down on all-inclusive vacations, right? And I just made it a goal of mine to end up here and retire and live and work here as soon as I can, right? While you're still young enough and able.
There you go. So we are joined here by Barbara Weinstein right now came in. So Trina, I don't know that you'd have any way, unless it was from a previous show that you connected to or knew Marianne was tuning into, but I want to get Barbara's thought. Barbara, we're talking about Mexico. Barbara, do you have any memories of Mexico? Have you ever been into
She
Mexico?
was teacher too.
I just came back from Mexico. That's so funny. I was just there. And someplace where it was, all you could eat, all you could drink, staying in a beautiful place right on the beach. Oh, that's happening right now. And I think different countries, South America, Central America, wanting us United States Americans to come and retire there, bring our retirement money, and just appreciate what is there. Gosh, it was paradise. Really got to go to paradise for a while. That was wonderful. But it was funny, somebody on the beach, and I love the beaches because horses would come along the beaches and dogs could run free, and people with things that they wanted to sell. And this one man, we ended up buying 2 different dress things. And then what I got to see is that it was it was exciting buying it from this man, and we were haggling with him what we could pay. And coming back to the United States and seeing that at Walgreens here, they were selling the exact same thing, but in Walgreens, they didn't tear off the tag that said made in Indonesia. But yeah, it was kind of, it was an experience of being able to relax in paradise. Met some nice people. But yeah, I want to do more, to know that we're doing good, we're helping people around the world. And
Yes, and to learn
have to
learn the
so
truth
much.
of everywhere too, right? It's fantastic. That's cool.
Well, you worry how they can give so much, and hopefully they're getting back for all that they're giving, with hope that I guess people would want to be there and spend their retirement there. And I'd hope it would be working out for them. But I didn't feel too bad, because one place that we got to stay in doing this is some place that was sponsored by Sports Illustrated. that was the name of the plaza, the hotel that we were staying in. And one place was so wonderful. In following this trail of people, businesses that want us to come and retire there, where we would come home and it would be cool and they'd have like warm chowder soup that to offer us. It's like, yeah, this life should be like this. We should have these like great communities where someone in the community, when I tried to create community before, my friend told me it's okay, the people that have the energy to be like putting the food together could be doing it, then we would respect each other's level of energy and desire to create things and help each other. So as I was saying, come on, we got to get the kitchen clean, and my friend said, "Oh, sure, let's do it." And then all of a sudden, I'm having this apron tied on me as my buddy's saying, "Now you do the dishes while I read you some poetry that I wrote last night." And I was like, "Yeah, this is good. This is a good thing." So we see what happens in the future. That sharing is caring, and there really is enough for everybody, and people don't have to be so worried. We can be human beings, not just human doings.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I love that concept of sharing.
Oh, sounds wonderful. It's the way it should be everywhere.
My dad showed me, this is how we clean the kitchen, right? Like after dinner, he would say, this is when I had some children. And he's like, you go play with the children, go relax, go be with the kids. I'll clean the kitchen. And I realized you can only hear that so many times before you're saying, you go relax this time, you go play with the kids and enjoy, and I'll clean the kitchen. And I thought, what a good way to teach. What a great way, to share, to teach, and to share responsibility. Even though I found if you had two people like working on the dinner or working on the Toastmasters speech that you're going to give or anything like that, that kind of spirit, life feels good.
Learning by experience is so important. Very good. Best way to learn. Okay, so
Hi, I have to shift it over here now because I have at the Vista Tatakawi, I have a healing center in my apartment now with a pool. And I have Dr. Will here who
Nice.
goes to Tucson for 2 weeks and he comes down here to San Carlos. He comes in and gives us chiropractic treatment. And I've talked about it, how the healing is just like a car needs an oil change, so do we, our mind, body, and spirit. He's amazing. He's realigned my back and feel better. He does this technique where in the ribs and like you can breathe better and stand up better. And he's such an awesome person. You want to say hi to the World of Ability
How's it
podcast?
going, young lady?
Hi.
Nice smile.
Thank you.
Kurt's on there too.
I'm
So
being encouraged to go to Mexico right now, but Hoaxy, if that's that person's name,
What's that
person
up?
that was helping people heal in the United States and supposedly argued with Big Pharma about not wanting to turn things into pills and make money over what he knew about helping
She's a
people
teacher.
heal. Are you familiar with
Florida are
him?
under
He's
fire.
in Tijuana, Mexico right now.
Forest fire. They can't get off the bridge. So I'm trying to value our time here. And Kurt, are you
Yeah.
there?
I am
Kurt?
here. Yes.
Okay, so I want to introduce you to another important guest, Captain. He or she has a sailboat. She's a retired veteran, nurse at the Veterans Hospital. And she can share her story. And also, too, she's helped me out with my eyelid surgery and taking me. And she's the lady that showed up at Christmas that I was in tears of joy and said, hey, you know what? This nurse showed up on my door, wanted to make sure I was okay. And we appreciate everybody doing that for the veterans as well. And we have characters in her book called The General of the New Earth Army. And she's read the books and thinks it's a great project. And her stepsister is a teacher at the Tucson School for the Deaf and Blind. So our next goal is to bring these books to Tucson. And I spoke with Derek, who's our tax accountant and joins us on the World of Ability podcast to find out what's our next step to do that, as Awesome Foundation is not there anymore. So anyway, it's good news. So we're generating all this. I want to introduce her here. And tell us about Project Die Hard and what you do with the veterans, Kurt.
Hi, Kurt. My name's Carla.
Hi,
I was a
Carla.
nurse at the VA for 21 years. So I've dealt with all the psychos, but we did a lot of stand downs where they'd come and you get their stuff for free, if they're on the streets. But so now I'm down in San Carlos sailing.
Well, that's fun. Sailing, the feeling of freedom out there,
Turn
in
that
the
motor off
ocean.
and you can talk.
Yep, get away.
Beautiful.
So Kurt, tell us about Project Die Hard.
Project Die Hard is a veteran service organization that, we're about a half a year away from our 7th birthday. And so it's founded by Brian Gibson. And, it's all about combating veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans. And Brian's story is he had that day 8 or so years ago that he had that gun in his mouth. And he was at that brink of his life being ended with that gun. And lo and behold, his cell phone rang. He had a friend calling to just check in plans at the church with an event that was coordinated by a motorcycle club and everything. So, a motorcycle ministry and so forth. And so checked on Brian if he was going to be over at the church. And so Brian's response was yes. So he put the gun away and he was looking forward to being at the church and other things to fill his day. So he's a guy who knows firsthand, the importance on checking your vet. And this wasn't even about checking a vet. This was a vet keeping on social plans and making the call. So, as part of our work, we stress the importance of making those calls, keeping those communications going. If you're in proximity, knock on the door and go visit vets at the VA, right?
Yeah.
Make
I went in
those.
there the other night. I quit working 4 years ago, but I go in on Saturday nights because there's no administration and see all my old buddies. It's fun.
Tell them what you said, that they have to write 5 things down.
Oh, they have to write 5 things down. Elon Musk is making all government employees write down 5 things they do in their shift. So my girlfriend says I take care of ICU patients. I took care of ICU patients. She wrote it 5 times. She goes, if they ask me anymore, I'm going to say HIPAA. Can't tell you anymore. Private information. They were in the ICU and I took care of them.
There we go. Enough said, right?
I just think there's, maybe he's more targeting people that went home and are doing administrative things at home while they're cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids and still getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and when you're Elon Musk and we're talking about the stuff that you do, maybe he's revealing himself. He doesn't have much of a clue on what you
Right.
do. So he's maybe used as a business guy, just asking questions and maybe putting his nose where it's misplaced, So there you go.
Well,
So tell us about May 3rd with Jay Stoyan. What event are we doing this marathon and how are we supporting Jay Stoyan and your project? And Zach Clayton, what about these ranches too that are letting families go, for healing and all that. Can you share a little bit more?
where is it?
Where is
Yeah.
it? Where are they?
Oh, you're asking where the ranches are? I'm trying to catch up to what you're referring to. What ranches are we referring to?
Yeah, where are your projects taking place?
Well, the forward operating base Rush is in McCann, Illinois with Project Die Hard, a 20-acre property, 10,000 square foot facility. So it can, it's got space that when finished, it's not set up yet. The remodeling hasn't been done to have the, sleeping quarters and everything, but the whole blueprint is to have, a dozen veterans able to stay there and 3 veterans with their families. so we're making sure to include that family element. And so when this is completed, veterans will be able to stay for any overnight stay to several days, long term up to a year, type stays, and to come out and enjoy the 20-acre property. And as we keep building up partnerships to be able to have transportation set up to go out on excursions and go out to other places. Like we're a partner with Southern Illinois University and such like that. We have an instructional center that's operational at the present time. So Ford operating
And
base,
anywhere near Chicago?
it's 3 hours south of Chicago. It's Southern
Okay.
Illinois. Yeah.
Anyway,
So
I'm gonna go get chiropractic care because my back is killing me.
okay. Yeah.
So-
Take care.
And the other,
Nice to meet you,
my
Mary.
other friend too is getting chiropractic treatment from Dr. Will.
Is he-
And I'm just the healing center today on World Water Day. What a pleasure. What great people being of service.
Opportunity here?
Oh, she's getting it done. Yeah. So anyway, who else we have as guests here? And again, it's World Water Day and everybody can download my book, Cool Acts of Kindness, dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, Clean Water Foundation, who should be joining us also.
All right. Sounds good. So yeah, and in terms of our telethon with Jay Stoyan, we ended up shifting the date to June 7th. So June 7th is the date. But when you mention Zach Clayton, we're gonna start with him on Global Pay It Forward Day, which is April 28th, and he's gonna do a 2-week campaign with his partners for the benefit of Project iHeart, starting April 28th. So that'll run through that May 3rd date yet. And then June 7th will be the telethon. We got Hope Stock is scheduled to be July 25th, 26th, 27th in McCann, Illinois at the Ford Operating Base Rush. So Barbara, anything else to share? Any more updates? Anything more you brought into the show? Are you out there, Barbara?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I got to go to a women's study meeting and talking about how these women in Brazil were studying Tensaburo Makaguchi's concepts in education, which he thought the most important thing for children to learn, that they should be happy, that they're precious, they're beautiful, and that's what we want them to be happy. And education's a gift. And the women in Brazil studied this gentleman's ideas, and there's a beautiful movie that you can see, a beautiful documentary called Children Full of Life. And I just Googled it and it came up and I was able to see the whole thing. And I was talking to the woman here in Florida. Well, let's do that too. Let's know when our city hall meetings are happening and what the issues are about where the money's going to go, and let's get involved. And it shouldn't be hard, actually, to get half an hour with the teachers on Teachers Work Day or something to share some of Makaguchi's concepts. And I was told, we're not ready yet. We don't have the unity, the self-esteem, whatever, the education. We're not ready to do that. And I wonder if it's about jumping in and getting ready as you're doing it and as we're learning. So here I am trying to build my ability to be a great communicator, and going to jump back on the Toastmaster wagon, where they have pathways that you follow to learn how to be an effective speaker, to learn how to encourage people. But I know that you, Kurt, have encouraged me that I have thoughts and feelings that are valuable. And that meant so very much for you to welcome me like that. And I would just thank you from the bottom of my life, and I'm going to be your friend forever, from here to eternity and beyond. I'm always going to, be putting out love and appreciation because of you. Thank you. And your beautiful wife.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Barbara. And yeah, this is what we do here. That adage of helping people be the best version of themselves and embracing people and creating sense of belonging and beloved communities and neighboring and neighbor to neighbor care. And there's so much that a lot of what I'm able to say today has been something that's opened up in my life personally in the last 10 years. And being in the media space with radio and TV, it's, interesting the role you play, when, you're opening up the door that people can, express themselves and share their journey and, do what they do. And so right now we've got my wife and daughter are out at element called Just Between Friends out of Waukesha, Wisconsin. And it's a secondhand retail experience, clothing. So doing the hats and shoes and belts and purses. And I don't know if there's some limited jewelry selections, maybe, apparel and, so I don't know everybody out there. I've never shopped through Just Between Friends. All I know is that my wife loads up the car with some of the stuff that we're saying goodbye to, and apparently other people are going to be going through the checkout lines, and some of our items will be on there through the consignment program, Just Between Friends. So they're working, this event, and so their shift is 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So they have a full day of shopping. Women love shopping, I'll tell you what. So it is happening in Waukesha, Wisconsin, as we're live streaming here. So yeah, we have a lot of exciting things happening in March. And again, yeah, it is World Water Day. We've had some programs earlier today that, we're recognizing World Water Day, like our Shakedown program. We do our Shakedown program at 1 p.m. Eastern every day of the week, every day of the month, and every day of the year, 365 days a year, holidays and weekends, the whole schmeal. We do it with the Shakedown. We want to make sure everybody's got a 15-minute window to come in, 1 to 1:15 Eastern every day, 15 minutes of music and motion, doing simple moves, nothing too extravagant, just enough to make sure we're getting the blood flowing, checking the joints and, doing the thing, keeping our muscles going and, prompting a little circulation. And then we have our buddy, Mark Laufenberg. He creates a background, that I've titled his part of the show, the On Your Mark program. And he brings in celebrations like World Water Day, so Global Awareness Day information and national holidays. And sometimes those national holidays are about celebrating food, so on and so forth. So, and then he recognizes musicians, famous musicians, deceased and alive, that, have the day as the birthday for that person. And, and then we do some community announcements. And so we make sure people know about World of Ability here and so forth on that program. And Mondays we get with Brave Hearts TV. And so we have another Monday coming up here, the 24th of March with Brave Hearts. And then we'll be doing it on the 31st. And through those events, we'll be revealing our plans for April, those April showers, speaking of water, so precipitation. But, so we'll be having Braveheart plans throughout the month of April, culminating into, I mentioned April 28th as Global Pay It Forward Day that we'll be bringing out through Zach Clayton. And we'll also have Bravehearts Day. So April 28th is also Bravehearts Day. That's a Monday. And our crew from Bravehearts will be going out to a couple universities that day with the medical students. So medical students are putting together care packages for families of children with cancer. So it's a childhood cancer community and endeavor and project at universities of Chicagoland area, a couple of them. So by the time April 28th is over, there'll be you know, bins and bins of care packages for these families. How neat is that? And so Bravehearts TV is involved, and there'll be some live streaming going on from both of those campuses to plug in to the exciting service project that Bravehearts TV is a part of. And so we want to make sure to let everybody know as you're watching the World of Ability podcast show right now, everybody's welcome here. So basically, we're on a Zoom session right now, and this Zoom session has a meeting ID of 404-058-6152. So we are on here every Saturday from 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern to 3 Central, 4 Eastern. Every Saturday, we're on here, available to you to watch the live stream on YouTube or come on in here. You can be a part of our viewing listening audience, just leaving your camera and microphone off if that's all you're looking to do. But you can come on Zoom to do that and benefit from the chat session and things like that that Zoom offers. And you also can call and text me, 262-372-1754. Feel free to send me an email, Kurt, K-U-R-T, at spiritofthegame.org. So my wife and I, we host a happy business networking session every Wednesday, and that is at 1 Central, 2 Eastern. You can connect to us there, gobrunch.com. Yeah, brunch, like the meal that combines breakfast and lunch. Gobrunch.com/HNP for Happy Neighborhood Project. B2B, the letter B, the number 2, the letter B. So gobrunch.com/HNP B2B. Come join us any and every Wednesday you would like. We'd love to have you. It's a 1-hour happy business networking session, and we celebrate all of the values we provide to other businesses and business services that we have, professional services, and everything we do. So even in terms of, say, health services and whatever, to take those special considerations for how it benefits businesses on the work sites and helping people be more productive. So right now we have Eli is entering for us here. Let's check out what our friend Eli has to share with us today. So here we go, Eli. Look at this guy, Eli. He is just checking in here and sneaking away. Eli, an IT guy and systems engineer, a friend locally here. So thank you, Eli, for connecting. Good to know he's trolling the YouTube channel and likely got the Zoom link through my announcing it, during the show. So we'll see if Eli has a chance or if he's gonna we're going to see if Eli is just going to be in the background today or if he's going to jump on in and be a part of the conversation. Either way is all good with us here at the World of Ability podcast. So with that, we also, in the realm of what we do week by week, we also take on posting parties every Monday. We've got 2 posting parties provided. One is by a friend through the Happy Neighborhood Project, but she on the side, she hosts another posting party at, got to get this right here. I want to say, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern every Monday. We're on with Kathy Weaver and Kathy Weaver's posting party. So if you find Kathy Weaver with Kangen Water, the Enagic water systems, Kathy Weaver, she's does waterworks programs and such like that once a month. She's got a Zoom session she does to help people understand all of the best practices of water and where the pH level, makes a difference in what people are doing, using water for plants and fruits and vegetables for consumption and their drinking water. There's some tips and tricks to the whole element of water there. But she does that posting party on Mondays, and then the Happy Neighborhood Project. We have a posting party at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern every Monday with Go Brunch. So gobrunch.com/posting party. Everybody's welcome to joining that posting party. We make a post onto LinkedIn, and most likely, we welcome Instagram posts and Twitter posts, X posts, and Facebook posts and everything, but it's all facilitated from the perspective of LinkedIn posts, and then to prompt participation in reacting and commenting and considering potentially sharing, certain posts as well. So posting parties every Monday, and we can get you information on other posting parties. The one with Kathy Weaver, again, if you find Kathy Weaver from out of Kansas City, her handle tends to be Kathy Weaver KC. But find Kathy Weaver on LinkedIn and go to her events listings, and you'll see the posting party right there. And otherwise, feel free to contact me, and we can help you get to that event. So here at the World of Ability Podcast Network, we have 15 podcasts, folks. Every Sunday, we start the week. We have Greater Wealth and Health Solutions. That takes place a couple Sundays every month. And every Sunday, we have Tim Tarosian with his buddy Neil Weber producing Blue Collar Crypto, the Blue Collar Crypto Show. And so that takes place at 4 Central, 5 Eastern, and 5:30 or Central or 6:30 Eastern. So twice on Sunday. So we're podcasting all week long and twice on Sunday. Mondays, we have our Project Diehard show. That takes place at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Every Monday, Project Diehard's Mission Monday. Mission Monday every Monday. So Sue and I are on there as ambassadors of Project Diehard, and folks are welcome to be guests there. We produce that show from Restream. So if you want the Restream link and want to join the conversation in our mission, combating veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans, we would love to have you join the conversation. Otherwise, we do have our Project Diehard YouTube channel. You can enjoy it there, and Project Diehard's Facebook page. We're on YouTube Live, Facebook Live that way, and it ends up being LinkedIn Live on my profile, linkedin.com/in/Hey Kurt, HEYKURT, linkedin.com/in/Hey Kurt. Tune in to Mission Monday, LinkedIn live streaming. Tuesdays, we have World of Pets. Our friend Debbie Hayes, she has a couple guys in her Deb's Pets team, produces World of Pets. And so that's available every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. World of Pets. Who doesn't love that show, right? And then Wednesdays, we're here with Ability MKE Now at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. We do a 29-minute radio show simulcast with River West Radio, and also simulcasting with our YouTube channel here. So definitely check out. If you're catching this from other platforms, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/@/Ability Network. And then following Ability MK Now, we do the TDC Today Community Show. My wife Sue hosts that one as well. So both these Wednesday night shows are hosted by my wife Sue Roskoff, and you can catch the TDC Today Community Show at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday evening. And Thursdays, once a month, the first Thursday of the month, we have World of Wealth. Wow. World of Wealth with Coach K. Coach K for you, Wealth for You programs. So it's all about life, legacy, and business. Fridays, we're on twice a month. In March, we're doing every Friday with Choose Greater Health. Otherwise, throughout the year, it's more of a twice a month program, but March, we're doing every Friday, and that's with Paige Spears and Choose Greater Health. And we have every Friday is with our friend John Petro Sr. Revolutionize Your Marketing by Mill City Marketing MA. So earlier today, Saturday, we produced these shows on Saturday. We were with the Happy Neighborhood Project, Happy Business Networking. That is the HNP weekend format. GoBrunch.com/HNP weekend, every weekend, 11 a.m. Central, 12 Eastern. With the Happy Neighborhood Project, we have a women's group. I'd have to look up my notes. I believe it's Tuesdays at 1, but I'd have to look that up. So, but you can find the Happy Neighborhood Project by going to hnpabc.com. That'll forward you to the original landing page, homepage is happyneighborhoodproject.com. And on there, you can find through the events menu, you can go to networking and it'll give you all the networking events on Go Brunch. And, we've got other ways that we list these events. We do post quite a few events on LinkedIn. So check out the Happy Neighborhood Project on LinkedIn. And we have HNP Canada is every Thursdays at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, HNP Canada. So gobrunch.com/HNP Canada. Thursdays are in the evening is HNP Evening Entrepreneurs. That's 6 Central, 7 Eastern. HNP Happy Neighborhood Project on Go Brunch. So gobrunch.com/HNP Evening Entrepreneurs. And then Friday, we're with Edwin Edeberry, the Chief Happiness Officer with HNP Worldwide. And that is 1 o'clock Central, 2 Eastern, and he's out in Sacramento. So 11 a.m. Pacific time. gobrunch.com/HNP Worldwide. Everybody's welcome for that hour of happy business networking. And Edwin has released the takeoff for Happreneurs has happened. That's happiness blended, merged, and with synergy and entrepreneurialism. Happreneurs. Check out happreneurs.com. And Happreneurs has 2 P's in it. So happreneurs.com will give you the whole explanation on what it means, the guiding principles of being a happreneur, and there are city managers and more happy business networking. We had the takeoff this last week on Zoom, and we had over 40 people there, all celebrating International Day of Happiness, which is March 20th every year. And it's looking to be quite a success right off from the takeoff. Way to go, Edwin, and all of the leaders making that possible. Check it out and consider being a part of Happreneurs and consider being a Happreneur. So, Marianne, anything you're looking to say, or are you waiting for the end? You are muted, Marianne.
Yes,
I don't
it's a little noisy here as we got fishing boats going out because there's a fishing tournament happening. I have a spa in my home right now, as you are seeing my grateful friends who had experiencing in educating and nursing and Dr. Will. So you get to see a little bit about my life, but we're doing the healing. And I want to highlight something also too, that, through the world of ability, HMP and all that, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Kurt Roskoff, who won, was it the Businessman of the Year? the Alignable Band of the Year. What is it, Kurt? You won something. Mr. Customer Service, you got an award for 2025 because you're amazing in what you do. Tell us what kind of award? Shine that star.
Yeah, Alignable was running an interactive program for voting and nominating people that they're meeting and know of on the Alignable platform. And so I'm on Alignable representing Project iHeart, as we were talking about. And Project iHeart is based out of Paducah, Kentucky. So my profile is showing that Paducah, Kentucky location. I am physically and I live in Milwaukee, but everything I do with the networking is tied to Paducah. So everybody was able to, put their votes in for me. And then so with every, city or township or village that you are affiliated with, everybody who got the most votes, in their municipality, the top vote getter in that municipality. So I basically beat out everybody from Paducah, Kentucky, on Alignable. And, who knows? I might be the only one on Alignable from Paducah. I don't know. Brian Gibson's from Paducah, so hopefully he was on there and got some votes. But if he did get some votes, I outdid even the founder of Project iHeart. But that's the role I play. He has me as ambassador to do all the outreach. So thank you very much, Marianne, for premiering the Business Person of the Year. Myself with Project iHeart out of Paducah. Paducah's in Kentucky on the platform on Alignable. If you've never been on Alignable, go to alignable.com, get yourself a profile, check it out. It's very valuable for anything you're doing with your churches, temples, synagogues, volunteer groups, things you do at your library, things you're doing as a citizen, your fun groups, your sports rec groups. I mean, it's primarily targeted for business people, but I would propose that anything you're doing out in the marketplace, you can give it an uplift by participating with Alignable. And if you are a business person or something of value or something to exchange with professionals and business people, check out their Smart Connect format. And so with being with Project iHeart, I attracted to, they have an All Stars and Stripes session that's promoted on Alignable. It's really hosted on Zoom, but the Alignable ambassadors and hosts are able to promote even events and other platforms through their account with Alignable. But they have a whole Smart Connect platform where people get paired one-to-one, most likely. Sometimes there's an exception where there's an odd number where you might be the room that gets third person to make sure everybody gets to participate. But a one-to-one matching for speed networking, and so you get 7 minutes, so you get a couple minutes to introduce yourself, and that uses over half the time, and then you have a couple minutes to wrap up and then back to the main room, and just kind of building up that quick little speed dating type quick glimpse on who that other person is and sorting out who you want to get back to and have a one-to-one. And more extensive one-to-one sessions is really where we say the magic happens. But for sure, the magic is happening at Alignable. Very successful. I think it's 3 million people are on the Alignable platform. So excellent work, Alignable, captivating 3 million people and in having profiles on Alignable. So let's get millions more on Alignable and keep that connecting and networking going, and helping serve the crusade of solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and small business people that all rely on that platform for expansion, growth, and opening up doors of opportunity. So pleased to be a Business Person of the Year. Thrive in 25. Here we go. So so with my involvements, I'm also looking forward to the 2025 water ski season. I'm affiliated with the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club. That's where I met Eli. That's in our gallery today here on Zoom. But the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club is coming into its 41st year of existence. And water skiing itself is, I want to say 103 years old. So 1922, water skiing began on Lake Pepin by Ralph Samuelson. He was the creative guy that put the first rendition of water skis together and grabbed a clothesline and fashioned a handle to hang on to and tied it up to the boat, and away he went and started this whole craze of water skiing. And we're going to keep that legacy going 103 years later here. And we're going to have a water ski season out of Pewaukee, Wisconsin, like the world has never seen before. We have quite the crew with big depth of talent and experience. And, you know, we've got great crews for the boats and sound team, and we've got everything tweaked and ready to go for a phenomenal show out there at Lakefront Park in Pewaukee, Wisconsin. And we don't even, most of us, I should say, most all of us have no idea what our show theme is. All we know is we're going to outdo ourselves. The last few years, it's been year after year of, you know, you think we may have peaked out and we come on back and outdo ourselves. But I'll tell you what, our season's schedule with the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club has a refining element now. Last year started the first year that we started a new thing of going up to the lake where I learned how to water ski. Pearl Lake, Wisconsin, in Red Granite, Wisconsin. And so they have Pearl Lake Day up there the first Saturday in August. So the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club travels to Pearl Lake in Red Granite and performs a ski show on Pearl Lake. And wow, what a thing to go back to. It was many years since I was along the shoreline. I actually didn't get out to ski that day. They called on me to do the announcing for the water ski show, but wow, what a deal. They set up some speakers, the speakers that our club has for at our home site. They brought them up to Pearl Lake and they set them out to, you know, to go out onto this property or out onto the lake. And I want to say, I was going to say the lake is like 80 acres, there might be 93 or something. I'd have to look it up quick, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to look it up to find out what the correct acreage is. But the sound was so great. I'm going to put in here, how many acres is Pearl Lake in Red Granite, Wisconsin? Let's see what Google tells me here. Oh, 101 acres. So 101 acres in size per lake. So you have speakers set up, you know, like we use at our home site, Lakefront Park, and they were pointed out onto the lake to see if we could carry the sound. And so it was my voice going all across the 101 acre lake. Isn't that something? You know, people probably were feeling like, you know, they were getting a voice from above, you know, from up the heavens were talking, you know. But and my sister and my brother-in-law, you know, are just a few properties down from where we perform the water ski show from. And so it's probably interesting for my sister to hear her brother's voice, you know, coming from down the shoreline. So we were able to visit with her after the ski show. And so we're looking forward to going back to Pearl Lake Day, the first Saturday in August, as part of the schedule for the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Shows, or the ski shows by the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club, and that one traveling show. And I'm getting some information that we're lining up another traveling water ski show, but that one I believe is a little bit closer by. I think we're talking just getting away from Pewaukee Lake by 15 miles or so. So yeah, very exciting year ahead. I say that we perform about 20 water ski shows every year. So Memorial Day is the kickoff show, and we do it every Thursday thereafter. We have a 4th of July show and a Labor Day show, and then we have Lake Country Clean Water Festival is the Saturday after Father's Day, so in June. So Eli, are you going to troll the rest of the show, or are you going to be a part of our conclusion?
I've been sitting in my little office. This is the bike shop. I've been sitting here. Nobody's come in for like 4 hours. And as soon as I finally like free up what I'm doing and sit down, somebody walks in. I was like, oh, okay. So,
Yeah, it's tough to be popular. So, all right. Well, we're live streaming here, and so we're on World of Ability podcast show. We got Marianne of Waikiki, and with some activities going on actually out of Mexico. And so we have Barbara Weinstein from out of Florida. And then now are you physically in Pewaukee, or where are you located?
yep, physically in Pewaukee, across from the lakefront.
Oh, you
Thought
are. Okay.
join in because these conversations lead to stuff, and I know you've been doing it for a little while, and I don't have a whole lot of time to begin with and
Yeah,
say
so we're basically at the end. Marianne looks like she might be trying to unmute here. I'm not sure, but she's showing you World Water Day. So I don't know what you're doing to celebrate World Water Day, Eli. But Marianne, what do you have?
Well, aloha, Eli. I'm the author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk Manus puppets. And the books are written for animation movies. So I'm celebrating today because it's World Water Day, and we just launched the fourth book. Our first book of the series is for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and now we have climate change dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, Clean Water Foundation founder, who's bringing water units worldwide to schools, hospitals, and clinics. Last July, I won the Awesome Grant Foundation Award, $1,000. And anybody can apply, and I'm so proud of you, Kurt. You applied with Sue. And we gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit. And my second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, and the Folk Manus Puppets that do sign language. And we also have a YouTube, ABC ASL, and coloring books now. And I just now have created 3 out of 4 book trailer videos to really share the story and everything. And we're very looking forward to working and partnering with Bravehearts Television Network out of Chicagoland area. So we're doing good work. We're raising the vibration. We're in San Carlos, Mexico here. I have a healing center, I think, now out of my apartment for some Canadian friends, and a retired veteran nurse who's got a boat down here, and big fishing tournament that's happening down here. And they're going to be going on their own spring break. And we've been at the Navarrete Bilingual School to introduce the books and volunteers who, teach and read in English, and bring clean water units down here too. And so we got good things that are happening in our future. So I'm excited again because the fourth book is done. It is done. It is done. Not to say it's out of my mind, but I'm so happy to complete it and dedicate it to Leon. And Kurt has the video trailers with his assistant wife, Sue, who's been so kind to play them so people can hear the thought to action. And all classroom teachers can receive copies of my books from an organization called DonorsChoose.org. And it's all on our website, updated by EC Marketing and Christian Mendez out of San Diego, another World of Ability. And we also partner with a famous TikToker named Santa Papa John, a social media influencer that help us with the books. And a big shout out to Jay Stoyan of the Disability Channel, who we hired with that grant too, to interview me for the last 4 months last year at the end of the year. Now we're seeing success, not only one Awesome Foundation Grant Award, I received a second one for St. Paul, Minnesota. I'll be following up with them this week. And we want to continue to happen in Tucson. And also I've been networking with Unicorn Universe on Fridays. And a lot of them are out of Arizona, where we were introduced to Julene Farr, who is a grant writer and was a sign language interpreter in her previous years, has dedication for sustainability and helping veterans with grants and finding housing and all this. So, and also I met Rajiv through Unicorn Universe, who's a United Nations speaker. And we're being recognized by the United Nations too, as well, for our books and our future with Leon McLaughlin from Clean Water Foundation out of Seattle. If he has time to join us, I know he is bringing water units somewhere. And where in the world are you doing celebrating World Water Day? And aloha, adios, amigos and amigas. I'm Marianne of Waikiki from San Carlos, Mexico. Our tagline is "So go out and play," and I'm the creative director on the World of Ability now. Thank you, Kurt, and congratulations, Kurt. Alignable recognized you Businessman of the Year 2025. You totally deserve it. I'm so grateful that I got to meet you through the Happy Neighborhood Project, chase you around the world in our events and on Zoom, and bringing all this good information of persons with disabilities. So again, thank you. Big mahalo shout out to this man, Kurt Roscoff, for all the Kurtimer service that he has done worldwide, and what a great future he's going to have. I'm already manifesting that you're winning that on the water $1,000 to bring that to your Wisconsin ski show and adaptability. So you're the next Kurt. You're the next one to win it. Win it to minute. And we're also waiting for Kindness is Cool campaign to see if we receive some additional money. And Trevor Gibbs supported us that too, the ADA, American Disabilities Act, as the web detective as well. So we got good things circulating, and our arms are open wide to receive all the abundance and funding that will come to us so we can share these gifts to the world on World Water Day. So again, take a look. I'm giving a free download of the ebook, Cool Acts of Kindness. It's launched today. So thank you for sharing this celebration, this accomplishment. The series is done, and we need to get it out to the world. And you are the good news, and you are its messenger. And mahalo, I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Thank you, Marianne. So Eli, are you selling bikes or serving drinks, or what are you doing over there?
So the bike shop used to be 10,000 square feet plus a back indoor riding area, a bar, service. It was quite a bit. Now, in its remnants after Scott retired, it is only service. We do a lot of custom ordering, putting bikes together and putting them out the door as brand new, sales, but no longer a storefront, no longer a bar, just service. And then we also do auto programming. So we do key fobs for cars, transmission realignments, windshield adjustments, speed sensors, all that stuff for mechanics. And yeah, so small projects, and trying to figure out how to get the space to work in front of the lakefront, because per square foot service doesn't cut it. So that's why we do the key fobs.
So is this your baby now, or is this you doing this with someone else?
I'm the manager essentially. It's the
Manager.
mechanics that know how to run themselves, so they take care of their stuff, and I come in. So today, Shay, I think you know Shay, one of the mechanics. Maybe you don't. I just assume everybody knows everybody. He wasn't able to come in for the full shift, so I'm playing babysitter with the shop. I think it's exciting that you have an opportunity to do that grant work if that does come to fruition, in that $1,000, because the water ski has such high visibility that whatever funding comes in will get public appearance in the Lake Country area. And with as many managers and business owners, that's a pretty good impact in Southeast Wisconsin to have that visibility.
Absolutely. Thanks, Eli. So yeah, we'll keep you posted on the results of our application, and and we got to catch up on other things as well. So yeah, it is good. So right now we're going to take a 4-minute finish to this live stream, and then once this performance by Lucy Lynch is over, this is going to be Love is the Only Way. And, perfect Eli is coming in here, because, we love him. He's my brother from another mother. And so here we go. We're going to finish in love here, and then we'll be able to finish the video. And then Eli, if you've got 5 minutes or so, we can visit after the Lucy Lynch singing here. So we'll see what happens, but that'll wrap it up for today.
All right. Good meeting everyone.
So here's our song. Here's the song, the main song for Cool Acts of Kindness, dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, Clean Water Foundation. Captain Leon, who's out bringing water units worldwide right now. So.
Be all right. Take a breath. Let it be enough right now. Let this moment be what it is. Let this moment be your doorway to bliss. Seeking love, 'cause it's seeking you. Seeking light, 'cause light is you. Finding ways to let your heart beat. Finding ways to let your heart beat. And love is the only way. 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 And then make a move now. Let your spirit groove now. Let your heart be open. Let it be alright. And let your love shine bright. Let your spirit fly. Let the moonlight find its way into your heart. And know that love is the only way. Love is the only way. Love is the only way. And love is the only way. Love is the only way. Love is the only way. And let your spirit soar. Let your soul seek more. Let your heart be open wide and realize that this moment has always been enough. Love is the only way. Love is the only way. Love is the only